guys. Just wanted to come out here and say, make sure you hit up Underdog Wireline, man. These guys really know what they're doing. They got it going. I've worked with them personally on the field. I know you've heard me say it 100 times, but it's the truth. So look, they offer emergency shower trailers. They offer lay-down machines. They offer cool-down trailers. They even offer wireline, slick line, braided line, whatever you need. They probably got whatever line that you want, bro. So hit these guys up. Give them a call at this number, and support them like they support us.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Patch Boyz here with some more exciting news. So we got a little partnership going with Colin McClellan, also known as Frack Slap. You guys know him from the podcast. And, of course, the people from the industry know him as the Roughneck from West Texas, doing big things, right? So he's got a new app coming out. It's called the Collide app. It's a community-based app for oil and gas industry. It's a public forum, basically, where you can go join in conversations with other people that are like-minded or have like jobs in the oil business or different jobs, right? It also has a YouTube like platform where you can search videos and learn about anything in the oil field. It features AI. You can also ask direct questions to and get a direct answer really quick. Man, and if you're looking for a job, Collide Jobs is there to help, man. This is an all-inclusive app, fantastic for the oil and gas industry. I hope you guys can join the Patch Boyz there. Thank you.
All right, guys, we got Midland Thrift Co. in here. And, Jesus isn't here today. His daughter's not feeling too well, so we're going to knock it out together, man. And I'm glad you made it, man.
Hey, yeah, thank you for having me.
No problem, man. So let me ask you a question. What's your full name so I can get it? Because I haven't even really asked you, to be honest.
Okay, so I have two middle names. It's Michael David. My full name is Isaiah Michael David Reyes.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so
okay.
It's a pretty powerful name.
That's a nice name, man.
That's a hell of a appreciate name. I appreciate it.
There you go. Yeah, see, like my name is Ricardo Ibarra Garcia Jr. And people like freak out, like, what the hell? But I don't speak no Spanish, so it's like, they're like, damn, what the hell, man? So,
Hey, we're the same in that.
Yeah. Oh, same way, right?
I look like I speak Spanish, but I don't, unfortunately.
Okay. Hell yeah, man. I'm the same way, so I get like that. So I understand today you're busy. You got like a midnight thing going, right? Is it today?
So last night, I guess it was this morning for Black Friday, we did the midnight to 2 a.m., kind of like the OG Black Friday sale or whatever.
Okay.
And we just pulled up and opened the doors and let people come in and shop.
Wow, man.
It was dope, bro.
That sounds pretty cool, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was fun, but that's where the coffee comes in.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So let me ask you a question. I know that you pretty much are, you're pretty... Like, I see you a lot on social media around here a lot. Like, do you get, like, caught out, like, on the streets? Like, hey, man, you're the Thrift Co. guy and all that?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, honestly. Like, I try to be very humble, but I get stopped a lot. And it's like, like, somebody asked me the other day, they go, are you the guy that does the clothes, like Midland Thrift Co. or whatever? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. And they're like, yeah, what's up? And they're all hyped. And I'm like, oh, I'm not used to this.
Yeah, I bet, man. So, and I seen you like downtown once before, and I was gonna reach out to you, but I was like, I'll just talk to him next time when I get. And I've been wanting to go by your shop, but I've been kind of busy these past days.
Yeah. So. Oh no, it's busy right now. The holidays and stuff, man. I understand.
So how? Where is your shop located exactly?
Okay, so I like to describe. Just by visual, it is 1 block southeast of Midland High. Mm-hmm. It's right in between the Wells Fargo drive-through.
Okay.
And the Birria taco spot, Wall Street Cocina.
Okay.
So right there, like right in between, there's a building and it has 619 on it. Bam, that's the building right there.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
There you go. And I see you doing a lot of lives now. Like, is that like, have you been doing that for a while, or you just started doing that?
So yeah, I've been doing like not TikTok, but Instagram lives forever. Okay. And I've always enjoyed it. Me and my daughter will do just like random lives on like on Facebook.
Okay.
Like and this was prior to the business and stuff, just for fun, just doing stuff, trying like little TikTok things or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And so I've been doing the Instagram lives, and I've been getting like a lot of feedback in the like people posting or commenting or whatever. And I was like, yo, I want to do TikTok.
Nice.
So I like just started trying to grow my TikTok, and I'm still early into it, but I I was told it was 1,000 followers to go live. So I'm like, yo, let's get this like 1,000 followers. You know, I'm like grinding, doing videos, doing whatever I can like to get people to like, you know, follow me so I can get the live access.
Oh, nice.
And then I guess past 500, they changed it or something. And they sent me a little thing said, oh, you can go live now. And I was like, let's go. So I've been going hard on live on on TikTok. I've been going like crazy, like every day.
Really? Yeah.
I'll say every day that I'm open at the shop. That way people can kind of see and interact like what we're doing.
Okay. And you know, like, do you feel like it's gotten you more followers by doing lives? Because my buddies always pushing me to do lives, but I feel a little awkward. Like for me, I get like really, I don't know. I just can't. I just like can't get it in my head right. Like I'm just getting nervous. But for him, he loves it. But like, do you feel like you got more followers from it or?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
So I think TikTok, yes. Instagram, I don't think so.
No.
I think Instagram is more based on like your followers that are already there. But TikTok is like people just kind of like flow in if you're like on a For You page or whatever. If they're just kind of scrolling, and you pop on their For You page, and then you're just like, oh, let me check this dude out, see what he's up to. You know, he might be fishing or like, I don't know, you know, climbing a building or something, and you know, I happen to be just selling clothes. So they're like, oh, let's see what this guy's doing. So you kind of get random people on TikTok. So I think that helps like build an outside following outside of your like demographics of the community that you're in. But Instagram's more based on like your actual like intimate community, like the people you built like through Instagram followers.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah, I mean that's pretty neat. I didn't even think of it like that, to be honest with you.
It's really cool. I love it, man.
Yeah, I mean you got a little bit of a pretty big following. I saw on there like what 5,000, 4,000 followers.
Actually,
like
I'm a little over 3,000 right now.
Okay.
I'm kind of slacking because I'm supposed to do a giveaway, and I'm like I got to work on my graphics to like do it, and I just. Black Friday came and all this stuff, and
I hear you.
So I got to do that. But yeah, we're a little past 3,000. Super cool. Thankful, and hopefully we can just keep growing.
Nice. And so, how long you been in business, or when did you start this company?
Okay, so I started Midland Thrift Co. in 2020. Yeah, 2020. I started it.
Oh,
and I just started as a pop-up market, and I was just buying a ton load of clothes and stuff, and then just popping up at like random markets and just like selling clothes.
Oh, really?
Slanging clothes.
Yeah,
slanging clothes.
That's cool. So and then you got that. When did you get the building? The same time around after that?
So I got the building I've been there for a year and a half. So what are we? 2024, 2023 in the summertime.
Okay. Dang.
Yeah, so I've been there a year and a half, and it's been a blast.
Really? I bet, man.
It's been a blast.
Actually, your shop looks really cool. Like, I was actually going to hit you up. Like, I was thinking of it for a minute, but I didn't know. I was thinking about doing like something remote because I was just like, it looks really chill.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You got the sofa in there, thing in there and all that.
Yeah.
But I was like, I just never had done it. I got a little nervous, and I was like,
oh, you should have hit me up, bro. I would have been down.
Well, maybe another time,
maybe part 2 we'll go over there.
Yeah, man. I mean, because I see you there, and I was like, man, it looks cool. Like, you got a lot of gear in there, and I see like the retro stuff. Like, I saw you with those old school like NFL jackets, bomber looking ones.
They're like the starter puffer jackets and stuff like that.
There you go.
They're super noticeable. You know, like when you see that, you automatically think like sideline of an NFL football game in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, like the coach with the jacket and the cool hat and the like turtleneck, you know, and they're just like calling plays and stuff.
Yeah. My cousin, it reminds me of my cousin. He was like, I was like probably like 5. He was like 16 and he had the Blue Lions one on.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Man, he would walk around it and I was like, damn, that thing looks so cool. And I remember I wanted one bad at JCPenney's.
Oh,
and my mom wouldn't buy me one, dude. Like,
nah, bro.
Like, it was too much, I guess, back then, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there's still a lot, honestly, but the Detroit Lion ones, those are still kind of hard to find, actually.
Really?
So that's a pretty cool like jacket to want.
Yeah. And so how do you, I see you go to a lot of these pop-ups like you're saying, right? Like, how do you get the actual clothes? Like, how does that work out?
So I guess we would call it sourcing. So the background of sourcing basically is searching in the wild. I call the streets the wild. So like basically, you know, garage sales, thrift shops, Goodwills, estate sales, dude, anywhere I walk, I mean, anywhere I'm at, if I notice somebody with something cool on, I'm stopping them and I'm you know, I'm hyping them up.
Oh, wow.
Or what did my daughter say? My daughter said a word today. She said, not gassing. What was the word? Glazing. She said glazing. I was like, what is that?
That's a new one.
she said they're glazing me up. I said, all right. So I be glazing them up sometimes. And then I'll tell them, hey, yo, like, I'm interested in your shirt. Like, would you sell it to me, you know?
Yeah.
And then so like people will sell me their stuff like right off their back.
Wow.
And then I'll be like, oh, I'm looking for more stuff. Maybe you have some stuff like at your house. If you're like trusting in me, you know, like I can buy some stuff from you.
Damn.
And a lot of times, like, I'll give them my number and they'll call like maybe 2 or 3 weeks later, and I have a whole bundle of stuff that they had put to the side for me.
Damn, that's crazy, man. Because I mean, it's got to be hard. Like, it's like, is it like almost like you're just going through asking people for a lot of their clothes, right? Like, and then you take it, but you got to pick the right stuff that is going to fit your style, right? I'm guessing, or
yeah.
what you like?
So basically, I'm trying to curate like a specific style for my vision. And there's so much what's the word, like there's just so much vintage out there, and what I like specifically curating is 90s vintage, like the era of the 90s and the early 2000s. So there's a lot of like sportswear, like urban style, like FUBU, you know, like those type of items that are very notable. I look for those stuff, and then that's what I want in my store, because it kind of gives like the urban culture style of streetwear.
Okay.
And that's where like my background of what I know.
Okay.
And so I kind of stay in my niche of what I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like, I like that area too, though. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
And I see like a lot of that stuff's coming back nowadays, I would think, right? I mean, that's probably why.
Oh yeah. The kids love it, bro. The kids eat it up. It's crazy. Because like, I mean, that's the stuff I grew up on, you know, when I was in high school, and these kids that are in high school now are starting to like what I liked when I was in high school. So it's like, I already know about it. I just got to go out and find it to provide a community with what they want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that's pretty neat, man. I mean, to look at it like that, you know, I watched a few lives recently, and some of the stuff people, like, you even pulled out some old Midland High gear.
Yeah.
And, and I was like, damn. And it was before my son was in the playoffs, and I was like, man, I wonder if he had like old, like Leo Rebels shirt, you know?
Dude, I do. I have tons of like, I actually have a closet at my house full of Midland High and Lee gear that I've yet to bring out.
Really?
Yeah, and like I was talking to my buddy, actually brought it up, and he's like, maybe we can go set up at the Midland High Lee game and just like sell like a whole.
Oh man!
And I'm like, yeah, we got to just get in contact with some people, you know.
Well, you should, you know, let me know, man. My wife, she knows like the people that run the boosters and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
because my son was a senior this year, and then they just had their last game. So, you know, but I remember seeing it, and I was like, man, that's cool. That shirt looks cool. A lot of kids would probably buy that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I think they would. I mean, I would, because it looked pretty cool, man, like old school style, you know. But
yeah, there's a lot of kids actually where my shop is. It's like right by Midland High. The kids are like, they just walk there at lunchtime.
Oh, okay.
So I'm only open on Fridays, and so on Fridays they'll like walk up and just chill. They'll go get a burrito from the Wall Street, and then they'll come and chill at the shop and eat and look around and shop and stuff. And so it's pretty cool. But a lot of people from like the kids from Midland High, they're out there just checking out the shop.
That's right, because it's like right down the road.
Yeah, it's like, it's a cool thing to do during the afternoon on a Friday.
Really?
For the kids at school. Yeah,
that is cool. I mean,
it's interesting
because I'm from Lee, you know, Midland High,
that's right.
Lehigh. So it's like we didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? We got to drive down the road or something, you know.
Yeah.
And now I live by the school, but man, I'm like, I should have probably not bought this house here because these damn kids keep driving up and down racing. I'm like, golly.
Yeah, you live by Lehigh?
Yeah.
I live right down the road from Lee too. So I mean,
really?
We're right by each other, so we you get it.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, and you know, that's what's crazy is like I knew like you're downtown and you're like, well, I'm gonna get off what I'm doing at 7, and I was like, well, shoot, I'm glad we're close to right here, like right down the road from you, so you can knock this out, you know?
Oh yeah, it's just right there, man.
Yeah, and I really appreciate you coming on, because I know it was kind of hard with us. We're figuring out the time, you know, and
it's tough.
Making
busy
the time.
busy man. But hey, you know what? I like to say that people make time for things that are important, and this is something that I tried to make important so that we can do it, because, like I said, this was my first podcast, and I'm like low key nervous, but at the same time, like it's time, you know. Let's
Yeah.
Let's talk a little.
I think it's gonna be good, man. I think people are gonna get a good idea who you really are. I mean, they know who you are. I mean, but I'm sure, like for me, like somebody like me, like I've seen your store and I've seen you around on social media, but I haven't actually got to meet you or talk to you, or you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool to meet you and hear you talk, man. Even though I know you're a 49ers fan, I'm not gonna say much about it, but you know, 'cause I'm a Cowboys guy. But my cousins are all 49ers fans. We give each other crap all day, dude. You know. So
That's hilarious. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I get it all day, every day. We're in cowboy country, so it's kind of like it's gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah.
And my daughter, she's a hardcore fan. I like to say she's probably more harder than I am, because she'll walk by and be like, "Look at that guy in his Cowboys gear."
That's what my daughter does too, though. And I'm like, hey, you know, but I'm thinking, oh yeah, there you go, yeah, keep doing it, you know. So let me ask you a question. So, are you from Midland? Are you born and raised here? How did that work out?
Yeah. So I was born and raised in Midland. Born here, right here in the South Side. We moved to Big Spring for a couple of years when I was in elementary, and then we moved back over here, and then I've been here since.
Oh, okay, nice. Heck
Born
yeah.
and raised out here in the flatlands.
And then you went to Midland High, or where'd you
I
go?
went to Midland High, yes sir.
Okay, there you go. All right. And when'd you graduate?
I graduated in 08.
Oh, okay. I graduated in 07.
Okay,
So
we're
we're like
the same age, bro.
Yeah,
That's
man.
crazy.
I know. I figured we probably seen each other around. Didn't even know him, man.
And you went to Lee, I went to Midland High, so we've probably seen each other around. We just don't know of each other until now.
Yeah. Do you know James and Josh Sanchez?
I don't.
Oh, Fred, man, I can't remember his last name, but that's the only guys I probably really know from Midland. Other than that, I really don't know nobody else, man.
Yeah, I don't think I know them. And if I do, I know them by name. It's so crazy because I know a lot of people, but I don't know them. I just know of them, or like I met them in person and probably said hi, but I don't know them as their like name, or I just it doesn't register like to, hey, save this name in your head. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because there's just so many people.
I hear you, man. And you know, so when you're doing the midnight thing again, just to get that straight.
Okay, so the next one will be next year.
Next year,
So
okay.
right after everybody's done eating their turkey, midnight, bam, we're gonna be at the shop.
And you know, that's what I was wondering. I was like, man, that's a late night for you. Like,
Yeah.
Because I saw the reel and I was like, damn, that's got to be a long night, bro. Like, you know, up all night doing that and stuff.
So normally I'm open on Thursdays, but because it's Thanksgiving, we just shut the shop down, and then that time kind of moves to midnight, and then I'm up all day Thanksgiving, and then boom, we hit midnight. We work, go home, crash out. Hit up some Black Friday stuff in the morning for the personal stuff, you know, and then straight to the shop again and work.
Wow, man. Yeah. And you said do you have another job? I'm guessing you said.
Yeah. I have another job as well.
Really?
I work Monday through Thursday at my other job.
Wow. Okay. And then you do this. That's cool, man.
Yes, sir.
So you're working, and then you're doing your business, and you're growing it, right? I mean, that's the main thing, man. That's really awesome, dude. Because I mean, a lot of people. Like, I never realized when I was growing up how cool it'd be to have your own business, or like, I was never taught that. Like,
right.
What are you going to do? You're going to, you know, and I always thought I'd get a job, but to actually have your own business and to like manage it, it's got to be an awesome feeling, because it's just you. Like, you're like, I run this, you know what I mean? Like, nah, I don't feel like going in today, you know what I'm saying? Or something.
I tell a lot of jokes at like when people are there hanging out at the shop, and then like somebody will ask me, hey, like, can you go do this or whatever? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I need to talk to my boss and see if he's cool with it, but I'm my own boss, so it's like a little inside joke, and everybody starts laughing like, what are you talking about?
That is pretty wild though, man.
But yeah, man, I love that I can essentially make my own hours. If I want to open the shop at a certain time, I can open my shop at a certain time. If something pops up and I'm like, hey, you know, like we got to do something for my daughter, like shut the shop down. She plays a lot of sports and stuff, so when sports are a thing for her, we're moving the time of the shop to accommodate for her. That way I'm making sure I'm there to support her in whatever endeavor she's doing.
That's awesome. Like, yeah, because I know we had talked about one day, and you said you pick her up for a church.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's awesome. Like, I could tell right then and there that you're there, like you're involved. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good thing, because it's like that with me too. Me and Jesus, that's why our schedule is crazy, because it's like
we try to make time for the family and then
yeah.
do whatever, we don't want to ever miss anything. My main thing is not missing nothing, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they get so
I
big.
understand that, man.
Yeah, right. And like my son today, it was his last game last weekend for the football team, and man, it was kind of hard because I was like, dude, like that's it. Like, I put Paz on this boy, and now he's done. And I'm
it's done.
Because I don't think he really wants to. I think he's kind of done, and unless he gets a scholarship, might change. But other than that, I think he's done. So it was kind of like hard. Like at first, we're like,
that's bittersweet, huh?
yeah, and
Wow.
it was crazy, man. And he finished out with a bang. He had like an article written on him for Midland Reporter Telegram, and then he played the last game the whole game, so he was starting, and so it finished good, but it was kind of like one of those hard pills to swallow. You know what I mean? So
I bet that was a very proud moment though for you. Like, it's like when your kid graduates high school, you're like, man, like one accomplishment done.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like a side thing, like, hey, my like son just finished football.
yeah.
Like, what a great accomplishment.
For sure, and even seeing the article was about him like not giving up and hard work the whole year, even though he wasn't starting, and he finally started, and that's what it was about. And so I was like, man, that's gonna follow him forever, So I thought it was pretty good, man. But so like with your business, just because I know you're bringing up your daughter, like so it's a family business in a way, right? I mean, I see your daughter's involved a lot in your in your
she's
stuff
very
too, right?
involved.
Yeah.
So like with her, she goes with me to like all of the places that I go. When she's with me, she goes with me. When she's not, I'm just alone, which is fine. But yeah, she's very involved when we're at the shop. She's hanging out. She's talking to customers, or, maybe she's tired that day and she just wants to hang out. She just chills, watches, her iPad or plays Xbox or whatever, and kind of winds down, so just kind of however she feels that day, I let it like just roll the ball on that.
Yeah, that's cool, man. And I see like you go to Lubbock a lot, right? For
Dude, yeah, I've been going to Lubbock like crazy.
Yeah, I seen that like every weekend almost.
Yeah,
right?
so like late August and October, was it? No, it was September and October, dude. I was like every weekend booked in Lubbock. Every Sunday, and I'm like, wow,
man,
it's a blessing, Yeah, it's 2 hours away, but the people over there, man, I love them, they love me, and it's just like it's like family, but in another city, and I mean, it's nothing but love out there. It's awesome.
That's cool. I got a lot of family from Lubbock.
Oh, that's sick. See?
Yeah,
then you know exactly.
Oh yeah, man. Like, pretty much. I was born in Lubbock, but like a lot of my cousins and my grandparents still live there in Woodrow area. So like I go back and forth every now and then. But I mean, I seen you over there at the meets, and I was like thinking, I wonder, do you do better business over there than over here, or how's that work out?
Okay, so when it comes to like setting up events, like any markets or anything like that, I have to justify if it's worth closing the shop here in town to go set up out there, because it's a 2-hour drive. You have to accommodate, gas, food, if we're going to stay the night, stuff like that. So with that all involved, making sure that it's worth the while for the business to go and set up out there, I kind of just like calculated all that and go, okay, yes, this is worth it, or this is not worth it.
I got you.
And so once I base that, it's all in my head. It's weird, but it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like loading in my head. So once I figure that out, I'm like, yeah. So most of the time, it has been worth it. I think like 95% of the time, it has been worth it to drive out there and close the shop for a day.
I got you.
And it's like my thing to do. I love, like, I tell everybody, like, I love being out and about. Like, I love driving and stopping in every little city on the way to my destination. I love like taking pictures of like some random rock or animal in the middle of nowhere, going into these like crazy looking abandoned buildings, which I probably get in trouble, but I love it, And so it's about like, the destination is to get there, but like I love the things in between it. So when I get to go to like Lubbock or Dallas or whatever, it's like an adventure for me. Okay. And so I'm like, oh, like I'm working, but I'm having fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I could be like with friends and family, or I can be like literally by myself, and it's like a blast either way I look at it.
Wow, man, that's cool. I mean, it's got to be fun. And then I guess like you get to shop around, right? Like you look and see what they got. I've seen you look at some things and buy some stuff. So that's pretty neat too, though, right? I mean,
so there's the vintage community over there, and when I say vintage, it's more of like urban vintage, which is kind of dated in the 90s. The community out there is like, it's like 1 to 10 if you compare Midland to Lubbock.
Okay.
And so Lubbock would be 10 and we would be 1. So the vintage community out there is just like, they have a mass amount. So when I go out there and I go set up, I can double dip. I can essentially go and sell and then, purchase more items for the store to bring down over here. So it's great for business because I'm already out there like having fun and searching, and then I'm selling as well. So it's just like a double thing that I like to do.
Nice, man. And so like you say vintage community, like, so like how did like, is it like, did you always have a taste for vintage or like, did you just kind of fall into it or how did that work out?
That's a good question. All right. So it all started, I love shoes, bro.
Okay.
Like, I think there's a lot of sneakerheads. I'm more of an older style sneakerhead, they call it OG. I'm not that old to be an OG, but like, I just love shoes. So like late 2000s, early 2010s, I wanted a pair of Space Jam Jordans. And I was like set on these Jordans. And I'm like, dude, they're just so expensive. I'm in college. I have a baby. Like all these things, are in place. And I used to put up Christmas lights. So I was, I'm talking to this guy and I'm putting up his Christmas lights. And my daughter's not even born yet. And he's like, hey, we're moving. Like, I got all this stuff. You want it? And I'm like, sure, and in my head, I'm like, I could just keep some of it, maybe sell some of it, help buy diapers or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the dude like gives me like, man, we could fill this whole table up with shoes and like jerseys and jackets and all this. And I'm like, whoa, this is like cool old stuff. I didn't know it was vintage, but I knew it was old.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to keep these Air Maxes. I'm going to keep these Converse. I'm like kind of picking what I want. And then same with the clothes. And then the rest, I'm like, dude, I'm just going to post it up on Facebook Market.
Nice.
And I literally took like a aerial view of like all the shoes. And then I just posted it and I started selling them. And dude, the shoes sold like quick, bro. And I was like, okay, like this is how I'm going to get my Space Jams. So I sold all the shoes. I paid all the bills, what we needed to do. Whatever I had left over, I went to Plato's Closet.
Okay.
And I bought a pair of Jordans, dude. Like they were Jordan 7 Phoenix Suns. I think they're Jordan 7s.
Okay.
One of those. I might be 7 or 8s. And I posted them on Marketplace for like $50.
Wow.
I bought them for like $12, cleaned them up, shaped them up, made them look brand new, bro. And this dude bought them and he was so like, he was hyped. His story was like, what'd he say? He said, oh, I had these in high school and I've always wanted them. And like, he had a good price on them. So like I had to pull the trigger and I was like, bet, like, heck yeah. And then like, it just sparked in me, bro. Like, so once I started selling like shoes to get those shoes, the Space Jams, I got to a point where I could afford the Space Jams, but I never bought them because I was just so like, I was enjoying the like hunt, the sell, like all of that, and that got me into vintage because he had gave me clothes as well. I had put that stuff in the back and I just didn't worry about it because I just picked what I wanted and I sold the shoes and I was like, okay, I'm content. Well, I finally like got all the clothes out and started selling it on Facebook Market and looking on eBay and doing all this like, background, doing my due diligence. Is that that's the correct word? And I found vintage and I found out, oh, this is all vintage. And I was like, whoa, this stuff is cool. And then I started buying some for myself and trading stuff and, and then COVID hits.
Yeah, COVID sucks.
COVID like stopped everything, so I stopped selling shoes and all that. And I said, once COVID's done, like, boom, we're going to get back into it. And I remember telling my daughter, like, we're going to go hard. Like, be ready because we're going to go hard. And she was like, all right. She doesn't know what that means. She's like an 8-year-old kid, like,
yeah,
okay, Dad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I told her we're going to do this. And I like had probably like maybe 8 pairs of shoes put up and like a ton load of clothes. And I was like, we're going to sign up for our first market.
Nice, man.
And we signed up for our first market on my birthday, bro.
Wow.
And this guy hit me up and he was like, hey, you got enough clothes to like sell at a market? And I was like, yeah. I didn't, bro.
Dang.
I didn't. And I was like, all right, let's like, I just started going on the hunt and I found so much stuff and I just started selling.
Wow, man.
now we're here.
Dang, that's cool though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good way to start. You know what I'm saying? You like COVID kind of tried to slow you down, but you're like, nah,
yeah.
I'm just taking it to get back. You know?
I was patient. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Let it simmer a little bit.
Yeah, you know, I don't know much about shoes. Like Jesus is the other guy. He's always a big shoe guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think I used to order some. I used to own some Air Maxes, but I always roll my ankles in them. And I was like, nah, I'm done with it. I can't do these no more, man. You know, but that's cool though, man. My son likes forces and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So and you do sell shoes there, right? You sell.
I do. So I have a wall full of sneakers. I wouldn't say it's like the most, but I most definitely have a wall full of sneakers, and it's just whatever I can find at the moment. I'm not really like heavy into it, but I always want to have them because it's something close to my heart.
Okay.
And I love it, so I always want to have it to like have available for the community.
Oh, nice, man. And then you sell like cameras too, right? Like
I don't sell.
Hey everybody, Patch Boys here. We want to do this quick short so we can provide some information about our new sponsors, Underdog Wireline. You can see I'm wearing their merch here. So I just want to tell you a few things that they provide. Of course, they're in Wireline. In Wireline, they provide pump down, logging, pipe recovery services, and as well production work. And some of the other stuff that they provide, they have emergency shower trailers and cool down trailers for rent. At the end of this, we're going to put their contact information. They believe in us, we believe in them, and I think we're a match made in heaven. We appreciate all the support, and we hope that you support Underdog Wireline as well. Thank you guys. Hey, what's up everybody? Patch Boys here with some more exciting news. So we got a little partnership going with Colin McClellan, also known as Frack Slap. You guys know him from the podcast. And, of course, the people from the industry know him as the Roughneck from West Texas, doing big things, right? So he's got a new app coming out. It's called the Collide app. It's a community-based app for oil and gas industry. It's a public forum, basically, where you can go join in conversations with other people that are like-minded or have like jobs in the oil business or different jobs, right? It also has a YouTube like platform where you can search videos and learn about anything in the oil field. It features AI. You can also ask direct questions to and get a direct answer really quick. Man, and if you're looking for a job, Collide Jobs is there to help, man. This is an all-inclusive app, fantastic for the oil and gas industry. I hope you guys can join the Patch Boys there. Thank you.
The cameras.
Oh,
so like
okay.
That's a lot. It's funny because a lot of people call me the not for sale guy. So they'll come in the shop and they'll be like, "Hey, what's that?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, that stuff is not for sale," you know. So I keep a shelf all the way around the shop, and the shelf goes kind of around the whole like the cash register and stuff, and everything on top is just like knickknacks and cool stuff like that I love. That's a little bit of like my personality in the shop to give the shop aesthetics, you know?
Yeah.
And so a lot of people, they want to buy the cameras, but the cameras are like my personal thing. And I love like taking photos and doing any type of like multimedia when it comes to video, photos, whatever, even film. And so everybody wants to buy the cameras, but I don't sell them because they're like, there's something to my heart,
Yeah. I get it, man. I get it. But it is cool. Like, it's a cool scene. I saw it right there. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Some like, you know what I'm saying? Like old school cameras and stuff. But I like that scene. I like the whole vibe you got in there. Cause it's
Thank you.
It looks cool. You got like a sofa and I see with the lives, it looks really like cozy, man. Like,
yeah. So I try to make it like a skate shop because I skateboard. And so when I was a teenager, we used to go to the skate shop in Dallas actually it's in Fort Worth. It's called Index.
Okay.
They're not open anymore, but it was very like a thing that I experienced that stuck with me forever. And they had like a little setup where they had a couch and then it had a little table, like a sofa table, whatever. You can put your drinks and stuff.
Wow.
And then they had a TV and you can go in there and like pop all the like video games or like throw a freaking DVD or whatever in there and watch skateboarding all day if you wanted to. And so we were kids, 14 years old, and we're like, oh, let's go watch videos at the skate shop, Yeah. So I have that like idea stuck in my head, and it's like, I want that for my community because that's what I experienced. And it was such a great experience that now it might not be skateboard videos, but maybe it's, Thursday night football, or maybe it's, football, college football, or maybe it's boxing or something, whatever.
Yeah.
It could be a skateboarding video premiere or something, whatever. But as long as there's something cool on the TV for like the customers or even just my friends to enjoy, like I kind of made it like that to where it could be a hangout. You can come on, hang out all day and not spend $1, and I don't care. I'll still offer you a soda pop if I have it in the fridge.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. I mean, I think I saw that movie. It was like 90s. I don't know if
mid 90s.
And they got that scene like that you're saying where they're chilling in the shop and they're watching videos and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, exactly. See?
Yeah, that's cool.
You can see exactly what I'm talking about then.
And for some reason, like I don't like I see you with your business, and I like the stuff you're selling. Like it's very like brings back a lot of memories for me. And but I see it and I'm like, dang, I think of Jinko jeans and stuff like that. It's just pretty wild. Do you sell Jinko jeans?
Okay, so I had a guy come in today, and he's a friend that I used to work with back in the day, and he was like, "Hey, do you have any Jinko jeans for sale?" And I was like, "Nah, dude, I don't." Said, but I have some, but they're just not for sale. They're in the back, And he's like, "You got some?" I said, "Yeah, I got a few." He's like, "Bro, my daughter's here and she doesn't know what Jinko jeans are, and like, can I check them out?" I was like, "Yeah, come to the back." So I have a little table kind of like this, but it's square. So I just put a pile, boom, dropped it on him, and then I was like, "Check them out, bro." And he's like, "Whoa," because he wore those when he was a kid. And I remember I have older brothers, and they were teenagers in the 90s, so they had all the cool stuff like Jinkos and the cool Dickies and the Ben Davis and all this like cool like streetwear that I didn't know what it was, but I know what it was now because of them. And so Jinkos was like a very notable thing because, you could fit your CD player in the back pocket and walk around, Discman.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do have Jinkos, but they're just not for sale.
Oh yeah, I know. I always think of the Flamehead, that guy, and the shorts, But my mom, she only bought me one pair, dude. Like she was like, "Those are too big," you know what I'm saying? And but I will never forget of them. I remember one day you put out a reel of some shirts. You had affliction shirts and shit like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, and I was gonna do a thing on it because me and Jesus, you got 2 shirts on that thing, and I got a photo of me and my buddy Jesus at the UFC back then wearing those same shirts.
No
dude.
way.
Yeah, I put it
No
on there.
way.
Yeah, I swear.
That's crazy.
And I was gonna ask you, hey, do you have a 2X and a 3X in this? Because it's so wild to see those shirts, dude.
So in the affliction, the way that they're set up in their shirts, a size large is like a medium because they're like really tight,
Yeah.
So you would have to like need like a 3X to fit in a 2X. Bro, they're hard to find in that size. I do have 2X though.
Really?
I'll tell you that. I think it's like a bluish color.
Really?
It's probably not the one you're looking for.
Yeah.
But I do have a 2X. It's just they're very hard to come by and people like it's the new niche right now is they call it Y2K. And so that's like the new thing, the Echo, the Affliction, the South Pole. What's another
Fubu?
Fubu, yeah.
Really?
All the like 90s stuff, G Unit, like all that stuff, dude, is a new thing right now.
Yeah.
So it's like you have your 90s stuff.
Okay.
And then like Jinko and stuff, and then you move into the Y2K, which is the early 2000s, and that's like starting to move into like the pre-vintage, like it's starting to like move into that era.
Wow.
And so like the South Pole and all that is the new things that the kids are looking for right now. Which Affliction is like a part of that niche that is coming.
Wow, like Sean John,
yeah, that's another Sean John. That's crazy you say that
because I remember
Sean Anichi. You remember Anichi?
Yeah.
I think that's the right term in how you say it.
Yeah,
all those like Dillard's like back wall by the Levi's. You know what I'm talking about? All those
in the
right
corner.
There. Yeah, like you got to go over there. We don't want you over here.
I actually bought my first Sean John pants from my mom. Bought them for me like when I was like in 8th grade. I was going to homecoming. I didn't know what to get.
Yeah,
and I bought a Sean John shirt. And then this guy over here, he was wearing the fucking like Wranglers and stuff like that. And it was like I was blowing out my mind. Like what the hell? Like I'm over here. I'm dressed as Sean John. I was kind of all over the place. But in 2000s, I was wearing a lot. I did wear like the Affliction, Abercrombie, and all this stuff. You know what I mean?
Abercrombie was big. So I grew up in the skate community, and so I know a lot of the skate brands. But I had one of my best friends. He wasn't into the skate brands as much as I was, and he liked like Hollister, Abercrombie and Fitch. What's the other one? It's like
American Eagle.
American Eagle, yeah.
Yeah.
So like I only know of those brands because of him, and because we're best friends, and we still are best friends. But in high school, that's what he wore. And so I know about that stuff just because he wore it to go skate with me.
Yeah.
I never wore it, and it was never my style, but it was his style. And, you know, he's my homie, so I didn't care, you know, wear what you want, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I always liked that style. And then I went to the Affliction, and man, cause I was big into MMA then. I had the full hawk, you know, everything.
Oh, really? Oh, dang. I got to see a picture.
I put it out, man.
Yeah, you got to see a picture. That'd be great.
It was good times, man. Good times, you know, but I do remember that. And so, and when you talk about skating, I'm thinking like DC and like, I can't remember the other ones, but I didn't really wear that stuff, but I remember seeing it.
DC was very big. Etnies was big. At that time, like Bam Margera was on MTV and Rob Dyrdek. So DC, audio, what's Element, skateboarding, all those big brands that were notable based off of like all the TV shows on MTV.
Yeah, RVCA, I like that one.
Oh yeah. So I think the term that like a lot of skateboarders call it is like RUCA or something like that.
Really?
That's like how they call it. Like they don't say that what you said, like the acronym of it, they say, oh, that's RUCA. And I'm like, how did you get that out of that? But okay, I'm just go with it.
Damn, I didn't know that, dude.
That's
crazy.
And that same friend that was into like all the like I guess you call it preppy wear, you know?
Yeah.
He started wearing that.
It was like
so that's how I know about that as well.
It's like that Kanye stuff. Remember because he used to have his collars popped.
Oh yeah, the polo collar and so like they would wear crew neck and then put the collar underneath and then pop it up and stuff.
I couldn't do that. I never could pull that off, man. I tried to one day, and then I got so scared I just tucked it back in before I walked to the school, you know?
Yeah.
But my little brother could pull that stuff off all day. He was really good at that, man, but I could never do that, you know?
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. And there's a lot of people that I've known from school, like they could pull it off really well. And I'm like, dang, man, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
So I just stuck to whatever I know.
And so you're a skater, right?
Yes.
And so did you skate it before they made the skate park, I'm guessing, right? It was just...
So the skate park was built, I believe, in 2003 or 2004. And that's when I was just starting.
Oh, okay.
So I got to experience the skate park when it was first built. They had a fence around it and everything, and I got to go to like all the like events. And one of my good friends now, his dad was a part of like the community of skateboarders that helped build that skate park. And so just being intertwined with them, like I got to experience a lot of like the OG skateboarding in Midland because of his dad.
Wow.
Which is really cool.
I think my buddy used to skate too, Andy De La Rosa.
I know Andy. Yeah.
Donald Brown, man. We've had him on here.
Yeah. Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Andy, man. Hey, I want those. He got some shoes that I want.
Oh, nice.
He's got the diamond dunks, the highs. So
dude.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's gonna hear it. I'll put it out there too, man. Yeah, Andy's been on here. Andy's been has a big following on Twitter, and we've had him on, and they call him Donald Brown.
Oh, no way, dude.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'm not even on Twitter, so that's probably why.
Dude, or X, he's so funny, dude. Like he does the best memes. It's a lot of oil and gas based stuff, but he just does the funniest stuff.
No
dude.
way. I'm gonna have to look him up now that you say that. I had no idea.
I'll shoot you his Insta here.
Send it to me, dude. I would love to see it.
Yeah, he's great, man. We've had him on, and he's a big supporter, always helping us out online and stuff. So he's real good, man. But yeah, I figure when you said skating in Midland High, it's like, oh, Andy De La Rosa, bro.
Yeah, I know a ton load of people. I think skateboarding has like expanded my vision of life in general. Like I said, I grew up here in the South Side. I grew up around like gangsters and like the whole like, you know, the hood, quote unquote. So like skateboarding brought me out of that realm of what I've used to or what I've known, my environment there. And it kind of said like, yo, there's a bigger world out here.
Nice.
And like skateboarding has allowed me to like experience the world, bro.
Wow. So pretty much like skateboarding kind of got you where like what you're doing now, right?
Like
in a way.
If it wasn't for skateboarding, I don't think I would be into clothes, into fashion. I don't think like a lot of things, man, honestly, because like it's the driving force of why I do a lot of things that I do, because of the falling and getting back up and the whole like lesson learned type of situations. And skateboarding has kind of followed me into like business, into, you know, being a parent, stuff like that. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy, man. You know, and I never skated. I never could last on a skateboard. You know, I think the longest I ever did was like on my stomach, and then I was like probably like 5. I fell and I scraped my face real bad.
Oh, yeah. That was I know a lot of those people.
And that's the last time I've been on one, bro. But I mean, so like, do you feel like this? Do you see skaters downtown still? I mean, like, because there used to be back in the day, right?
Oh man, I don't see as much skaters downtown. It's kind of saddening, but it's because we live in a technology world now that a lot of people are not out and about. So it's kind of like you see the like, oh, I grew up riding bikes and hitting like makeshift ramps, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not like that's not the community that life is right now. So I don't see as much skateboarders as I used to, especially when I was a kid. But I still see them every now and then.
Oh, that's cool.
And I always roll the window down and say, hey, bust a kickflip real quick.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I bet they get all crazy. Like, oh, snap,
They get so hyped, bro. They're like, oh, I got it. And they like, oh, let me get another try. I didn't get it. I'm like, yeah. Do like 2 or 3 of them. Let's see it.
Oh, that's cool,
Yeah,
man.
it's
That's
pretty cool to see.
So, like, do you feel like downtown has really changed a lot? Like, I know there's like a lot of business getting built. I know for us growing up, downtown was nothing back in the day, and I feel like now it's like growing. Like, do you feel like you see a lot of business from that coming at you now? Like,
So downtown growing up was like just a Monday 9 to 5 thing, you know, and dead. You know, just I remember as a kid, that was our time to go downtown. Is like on the weekend, especially on a Sunday. Nobody's downtown. So we're skateboarders and that's where we want to go. That's like our mecca minus the skate park is going downtown and just like skating everything. Trying not to get kicked out, getting, you know, chased by the cops and stuff like that. Cause it's inevitable. Like it's going to happen. But that was the time we would go because there was literally nobody outside.
Yeah.
No businesses. You know, you got the TNT Donuts and the Domino's and stuff that are like down the Big Spring down the street and everything else was closed. But nowadays, you got bars and pizza joints and you got a Mexican restaurant and, you know, a little bit of everything right there. And so and then the park is just like, you know, put a big light into downtown to where, you know, it's more, you know, fun and family friendly as well. So it's really cool.
Yeah, it is. I think it's really nice because you can go there now and just park and hang out there all night if you like.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
can.
I think it's pretty neat, man. And I know you when did you come over there? Like 20? You said 2020. When did you move into the building again?
2023 in the summer.
There you go. So you were already there when the park was kind of barely getting started, right?
Yeah, the park was already there. There was little shops happening there. The pizza joint was already there. And then they have like a couple of restaurants on the other side of that building right there.
Yeah.
All of that was already pretty much established. And then you had the Mexican restaurant off of Main Street. That thing was already there.
That's true.
A few of the bars are already kind of like established, and then I just kind of jumped in, you know.
Nice, man. That's cool. I mean, I think it's pretty neat how you do that because like you're different from a lot of other businesses there, and I think like a lot of people are going to come looking out for that. You know what I'm saying? Like they see, hey, that's you know what I mean? Like, and you make thrift cool. Like, I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always heard thrift store, but I look at your thrift store and I'm like, damn, that looks pretty cool, man. Like, you know?
Yeah. So I like to, because I get a lot of lashback about my name because it's Midland Thrift Co. So it sounds like an actual like thrift store where you go in and buy something for like $1, a little knick-knack or a cassette or something like that.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, but it's more the older generation of people. I still love you guys, but
yeah, chill out a little bit.
Bring your nieces and nephews; they'll love it.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's because the word thrift is a verb. It can be used as a verb.
Okay.
So Midland Thrift is what I would do because I'm from Midland. I would go thrifting.
Yes.
So I just like incorporated the name together.
Wow.
And then I threw code because it sounds cool. Like it sounds like established or whatever, you know?
Nice, man.
So that's kind of where the name came from. But so thrift is just another word for like secondhand of anything. You know, and so secondhand clothing of 90s and vintage. And we just curate all the cool stuff, you know?
Do people try to give you like 50s style stuff or you're like, nah, that's not
Every now and then I do.
Yeah.
More, like I said, more of the older generation, they have the old stuff that's really good. But the thing is a lot of that stuff, it's already deteriorating and stuff. And so it's not really like wearable or, you know, you might get 1 or 2 wears off of it and then it's time to go.
Yeah,
you know, in the trash or
I guess
repurpose it.
I didn't think about that. Like stuff you'd get probably not wearable. Like sometimes it's kind of hard, right? Like I mean, but then a lot of it looks cool. Like people like the worn out stuff looking stuff.
Oh yeah,
now, right?
People love that stuff.
They do. I think
so. It's all about like repurposing. A lot of people say recycled, you know, because they're used to like cans and plastic and stuff.
Yeah.
But in that realm of the world, it's, you know, you're repurposing it. So like instead of going out and buying something off of Shein. Or, you know, no diss to the mall, but, you know, the mall, like this is a different avenue where you can actually like buy something and repurpose it.
Yeah, because you see all that stuff that goes on with the sheen and how a lot of stuff is just really like, it's not really made to last, right?
Yeah, it's not. And I mean, I'm all for everybody's business, you know, but one, vintage clothing creates a uniqueness to it for the person alone. And on top of that, like you're repurposing it. So you're not, throwing these clothes like that you bought for a quinceañera or whatever, and then it's gone and it's not being used again. You know, it's just staying in the back of the closet or being thrown away. You know, these are items that people love or they did love, and then they're being repurposed into somebody else's home, and they're going to wear it and enjoy it. And like you said, like they can have holes, stains, whatever. And even if it has a cool graphic, they're going to cut and put it on a jean jacket or make a backpack or something out of it. Yeah, dude. I've seen all of it. Like they just repurpose it in all ways, and it's a beautiful thing, you know?
Yeah, that is why. And you know what? I never even thought of it like that. Till you mentioned like all that other stuff, and I remember seeing a documentary on like that stuff from Sheen, like how it was like a lot of us going to like the oceans and stuff like that, and they weren't like it wasn't really made to last. But when I look at your like the thrift stuff you're selling, a lot that stuff's been around for years, and it looks good. It doesn't look bad. It looks like you can put it on and go right out. You know what I'm saying?
And it still lasts, dude. Like I have shirts that I've had when I was in high school.
Wow.
That I'm like, yo, this is vintage. Whoa, I saved this for this long because I liked it.
Yeah.
But it's now like a cool vintage skateboarding tee or something. Yeah. Or it's like, it's a momentum to me because it was who gave it to me or where I got it from. And so I like it, but it's actually still vintage and it's still wearable. Like I can throw it on and go to the grocery store or whatever and no problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So do people try to bring in clothes to sell to you there?
Yeah, they do. So I do buy, sell, and trade. So I'm always open to buying. Depends on how my inventory is. So if I'm like overstocked, which I'm always overstocked, but if the items are great, then I'm not going to turn it down.
I got you.
But if it's just the term is called mid, if it's just something mid, like that's like, that's all right. You know what I mean? I'll probably just pass on it or, you know.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'll move around to like different avenues. Like, hey, there's this guy there. They might be interested in it. Or there's so many other avenues that you can sell on if I don't purchase it, like Depop or eBay or whatever like that.
Yeah. And I mean, like I look at yours, and yours is very unique from Midland because it's like a thrift store, but it's cool and it's hit, like it's in, and everybody, I think it's like, you got like something very unique going on here. And that's why I was very excited about having you on. And you're like a cool guy to talk to. And I was like, man, I just know you got something different, something cool. And I was like, it'd be nice to like actually get that insight.
Yeah.
And I've actually learned a lot of things from you. Like I didn't know about all that stuff. Like, you know, like people say recycle, but you don't really realize what you're saying is like reusing it, but it's like recycling in a way, which is awesome. You know what I'm saying? I think it's even better than recycle because a lot of times we just throw it in the trash and we don't even know where it goes.
Right. So like I use the term like when we have used shoes, instead of saying the word used because it sounds like bad.
Yes.
I use pre-loved. So when you use pre-loved, you change the like thought process of how they're looking at it.
Yeah.
So their vision is like, oh, it's not like nothing good. It's like, oh, somebody loved this. It was pre-loved and now I can love it.
Oh, that's
you know
cool,
what I mean?
Man. I like that.
Yeah, so
you're
just
right.
kind of changing the projector, like just how they think, you know, like, hey, like not everything's bad. Just because it's used doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that it can be repurposed and reloved.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's a great mindset to look at it. And it's a great selling thing. You know what I'm saying? Because,
for sure.
You know, like for me, I don't mind any of that. But I think the way you're putting it out is pretty cool, man. Like it makes me want to go in there right now and buy a pair of them. I don't even wear Nikes like that, but I'll buy, you know what I'm saying?
Come pull up, man.
Yeah. I really like the jackets, though. I got to look at those.
The jackets are great, bro.
Dude, I think
the
those
jackets are great, man.
And I feel like the NFL is trying to bring that back in a way.
They are. So I was watching just today, the Chiefs were on and they were playing the Raiders, and you know they go to the sideline and Patrick Mahomes had a big old like jacket, and it was like a puffer from the 90s, but it was the modern ones because they're, you know, Nike sponsors like all their gear this seasons or whatever until they're over, you know. And it was a Nike jacket, and I'm like, oh, sick, dude. Like they're coming back with these puffer jackets again.
That's cool, man.
And so now like you can find them in some of the stores, you know. Which is really cool. Like it's a phenomenon.
yeah, right. I know, right? Like, and you know, I hadn't seen a jacket like that in years until I saw you put it out, and
really?
it just really like I mean, I thought of it, but I hadn't seen one in a while. I was like, man, that shit just brought back a lot of memories, bro. Like, I thought that was so cool how you did that, you know? And even with the sweaters, like, you know, I know you're selling sweaters right now, and those are pretty nice.
Like the personal ones?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then I see you have, like, and then you have, like, a lot of them you sell, right? That are, and that's cool, man. I like that shit.
So I just, like, purchase all vintage blanks. Like, when I'm out and about in the wild, I'll just... Oh, it's a cool blank. Like, somebody might like this blank.
Yeah.
Just put my name on it.
Nice. There you go.
And it sounds crazy, but it's like free advertising, you know, like you're buying a blank, you're putting in the work to get the graphic on there, and then you sell it to your consumer, which is, you know, the people that buy from you.
Yeah.
And then they walk around with your business on there, and now everybody goes, "Hey, where's that at?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's free advertising.
Dang.
It's crazy. It's like handing out a sticker, you know?
Yeah.
It's free advertising.
That's cool.
Guys, just wanted to come out here and say, make sure you hit up Underdog Wireline, man. These guys really know what they're doing. They got it going. I've worked with them personally on the field. I know you've heard me say it 100 times, but it's the truth. So look, they offer emergency shower trailers. They offer lay-down machines. They offer cool-down trailers. They even offer wireline, slick line, braided line, whatever you need. They probably got whatever line that you want, bro. So hit these guys up. Give them a call at this number, and support them like they support us.
This episode is sponsored by Collide. Now, you might remember Fraxat from our previous episode. The man's from Midland, he's a roughneck, and he built a really cool app called Collide. Now, this app is a community app for the oil and gas industry, where you can join forums to ask questions and to share information. Let's say you're looking for a job, you want more money, you want to move up in the industry, look at Collide Jobs. This app features impressive AI tools. It has a very advanced YouTube-like platform, and you can search any topic in energy videos. Look, this app even has an AI bot where you can ask questions and it will answer them instantly. So look, it's free. Sign up now at collide.io.
¿Qué onda, mi raza? Aquí están los Patch Boys. Queremos hablarles de unos patrocinadores de nosotros que son BEST, que es Belloc Energy Service and Transport. Estos chavos son camaradas de nosotros de por vida, y inmediatamente ellos fueron los primeros patrocinadores que tuvimos nosotros, o queremos que ustedes les den el apoyo que nos dan a nosotros. BEST tiene sandblasting, coating, rustabout, welding. Estos chavos se avientan de todo. Aquí vamos a dejar la información. Y por favor denle la mano como la dan a nosotros. Gracias.